Yo, welcome back to this channel. Currently in a public library study room because I got nowhere else better to film. A little update on the portfolio before we hop into the day trading review of the day. Currently right now, the portfolio is up 0.87 on the day and up 1.27 on its open positions. Nvidia right now went up 2.56% today, so that was really good. Boeing popped 0.79% today. That one's up 4.5% on the positions. BHP Limited up 1.52% on the day, and it's up 3.4 on its whole thing. Intel is still my biggest loser, down 1.78% today and down 4.9 overall. And then EMPH up 0.47 today and still down 5.6 in the position. So probably going to redistribute some assets to allocate towards my losing positions to get myself a better average buy-in price. Yeah, into the day trading. Day trading today was horrible. It was my first day back and I made $0, but I didn't lose anything. I took 2 trades, one winner, one loser. Started the day off with a fat loss because it was just a really ugly day, and then found myself a good spot and a good trade to catch myself to get back to break even. I'll show you in the charts how bad today's price action is because I think not many options traders made money today. So yeah, gonna hop in now. Ooh. All right, so we're in the charts and you could probably see already, you can guess what I did, but I'm just gonna explain it. So at the start of the day, at around 6 a.m. today, I marked out my pre-market highs and lows over at the 604.32 level and then the 606.17 level. And basically, the idea for going into the day after pre-market was that there wasn't really a direction. You could see that it went down to pre-market lows and then went up to pre-market highs. It never necessarily had one direction. It kind of just evened itself out right around that 4 a.m. level. So we opened up basically at the pre-market high, and my initial bias going into the day was bearish. We are significantly above the 1 week VWAP, and if you take a look at pre-market, we had a pretty decent sized gap up. The gap up was sitting around like a 1.86 gap. So there was definitely reasoning for me to be bearish on the day because I assumed that we were just going to go back to a average price, a fair price. So market opens and we do eventually get down from the open, but going into the day, I wanted to actually have a reason other than that, just to enter puts. I wanted there to be a rejection off VWAP. I wanted there to be a third deviation rebound back down. We didn't end up getting any of those. Market opened around the first deviation high, and then if you're looking at the chart right here, VWAP was disrespected so many times today. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's just so VWAP wasn't respected at all today. But also, I want you guys to look at one thing. The range that we are in from pre-market all the way down is around a 3.53 range. The range for today is maximum was a 2.41. So actual market hours volume range and price range is significantly less than it should be. The average move on SPY is somewhere between 1 and 1%. So if you average that out, it's around 0.5%, 0.75%. You should see movement of more than at least 0.5% in the day. And the most movement we got all day, let's look at the high, let's look at the low, was 0.32%. So today, markets just weren't moving. They didn't decide to make a move at all. And as you can see from the chart, this is like the definition of chop. So let's talk about the entries that I entered today. Around the 7:10-ish time, we broke the VWAP, tested again, broke through again, came back down, and because I was bearish, I saw this 1 minute candle right here. At the 7:10 time frame, I saw this blue candle that basically rejected right at VWAP. And so I was just like, all right, cool. This is a sign of rejection from VWAP. I'm gonna enter puts, hopefully get 100% on this, which is literally just a $2 move on SPY. And it didn't do that. it ended up reaching down towards pre-market lows at 604.16, but the actual move itself down to 604.14 is 1.36, 0.23%, and with theta, with the theta of the contracts being 0 DTE contracts, which are super high thetas, it means that the contracts did not hold their value at all. And in fact, I only, at this point, at 7:45, I was only up around 35% on my contracts. So I'm sitting there like, I can't take just 35%. My stop loss is at 50%. And at that rate, I'm just not gaining anything. So I set my stop loss basically back to break even. And as soon as because the theta was so high, as soon as it got to around this area, that's when it actually, that's when the contracts actually hit my stop loss of break even. Now, I consider that a big fat loss. So basically, when it was at 35%, I'm sitting here thinking, I need 100% in order to make a profit on this trade. So I held it out, hopefully that it was gonna have a volume spike and then push down past this third deviation. Just straight up didn't. My break-even price ended up getting hit somewhere around here, and then it got pushed all the way up here towards my stop loss 50%. So I'm now sitting here down 50% on my trade, my position, and I'm like, all right, cool. Can I find another reason to be bearish? Because my bearish bias still holds, and it was still semi-early. It was around 8 a.m., so around 11 a.m. Eastern time. Going into lunch, there could have been something on the East Coast. So we saw right here that we tested VWAP again, and we ended up testing this first deviation of the higher VWAP, and it really didn't want to go above it. And you could see from the rest of the day that it really wanted to stay under this first deviation. So I ended up entering another set of puts right at the top of this range at 605.61, and that ended up hitting my take profit all the way down there. But my take profit wasn't the same. I didn't increase my position size. All I did was set another trade at the same level as the previous one, so that if I were to hit my take profit, I'd be break even on the day, which I am. I am break even on the day. One loss, one win. Why was this win different than this one? One, because it happened faster. The contracts that I had, they weren't open for as long. I only had these contracts for 8:24 all the way to 8:44, so 20 minutes. My first set of contracts, I had to 7:10 all the way till 8:19. That's over an hour. So theta on 0 DTE contracts kill your contract value really quickly in a matter of just minutes. So yeah, also the move that I caught for these was, let's see here, the move that I caught here was 0.89. 0 DTE contracts, as they get more dead, the delta increases, but theta also increases. Basically, when theta increases and delta increases, that means that you have the highest volatile stocks, or the highest volatile contracts, that will lose its value as fast as it can. So you really just have to be right about this. So they were cheap contracts. I didn't go heavy in both of these positions because it's my first day back. So I just wanted to test the markets. And obviously today was probably the worst day to test the markets because it is the definition of chop. Now, one thing about today that I think I did really well is that I stopped trading after that second trade. I'm not chasing a profit. I'm chasing being correct and being disciplined in my trading. The fact that I even took 2 trades is a little bit much. I remember when I was back day trading back in the summer, I was only taking 1 trade a day. And it was a trade that immediately had opened. And I would set the take profit and stop loss level and just shut the laptop and just see what the market does for itself. I took 2 trades today, which is for me a lot. And I think it's a good thing that it's a lot. I think in the notepad today, definitely gonna take a look at these pre-market lows and highs, and I guess respect it more because it was probably the best form of support and levels that got respected all day. I think every single level that I set today got wiped besides that one. Every single deviation of VWAP and every single main line of VWAP got wiped, and gap fill didn't happen. I mean, it kind of happened. It didn't reach all the way, but gap kind of filled. But yeah, today was just choppy and I guess rough first day, but I'll take it. So yeah, if there's one thing to learn from today, it is no more than 2 trades. Yeah, if there's one thing to learn from today, it's no more than 2 trades and shut the laptop when you need to. So if it's a loss, it's a loss. If it's a win, it's a win. The thing about trading and day trading as a whole is that detaching yourself from the value of money is one of the biggest factors. Treat it like a video game and not like your life depends on it, because that is when you start emotionally trading. I could have taken these 2 trades, and after the second one where I won, I could be like, oh, I can do this again. Turns out you couldn't. SPY ended up never making a move. It's 11:13 a.m. So there's still like an hour and 45 minutes left in the market, and we haven't seen a move any larger than 1.17, which, guess what? You can't make much profit on at all, and especially because there's no direction in this. Like, that's nearly 2 hours worth of price action. It's more than 2 hours of price action, and there isn't a single move there. So yeah, today was a weird day, but it's another day in the books, and yeah, I'll catch you in my next trading video. So yeah, see ya.